Okay, so guys, this is the big KR update. What are we looking at? We're looking at a patch note. So Korea did not get a maintenance yesterday. They didn't get a patch yesterday. It was postponed to today. This right here is the patch on Korea. So as far as I know, this here is live. It is on the servers right now. But first, here's the word for today's sponsor, Bloodlines. Enter the dark fantasy RPG of our sponsor, Bloodline Heroes of Lithos. Create your own unique legendary champions by combining bloodline like elves, demons, demigods, dwarves, lycans, dragonborns, vampires, and much more. Innovating their Ares system and breathtaking visuals, Bloodline takes RPGs and gacha gameplay to an entirely new level. Bloodlines is designed with stunning graphics to provide a top-tier 3D graphical experience on mobile devices and smart pads. So enjoy collecting your fantasy characters in amazing graphics. Now this is where things get crazy. So the game introduces the most unique gacha gameplay ever seen. You can customize your own champions by marrying any two bloodlines to create over 1,000 fantasy hybrids and endless possibilities for your lineups and your strategies. Download the game for free for both Android and iOS. Link in the description, and if you're on PC, you can scan the QR code being shown right now. This will get you a starter pack worth $20 using my link, with 1 summoning crystal, 100,000 gold, 100 diamonds, and the first 30 players who leave their in-game account ID and username in the first pinned comment will receive a free legendary female orc champion, Ulukita, one of the best warriors to carry you in the game. Okay, so this is the patch notes for today on Korea, and it's massive. Hello, it's Black Desert. We will inform you of the latest updates that will be applied after the maintenance on August 10. That's today. Through today's update, the noble land Ulukita, the Marni secret realm, the Lawless Bed Mountains improved telescope, Crocdalo treasure item, the ability to open bundles of items at productions, improved accessibility to find my items, the addition of equipment enhancement guide, and the ability to find NPCs updates will be applied. They are getting the new region today. I think we get it next week. And there's more. There is a lot more. The Marni secret room. So this is something we saw on Global App last week, so we kind of know what to expect here. The Marni secret room has been reorganized. The closed room now recharges up to 1 hour and 5 minutes when not in use. So if you use the Marni room for about an hour, if not use it for an hour after that, it will have recharged and you can do an hour then. So it's hour Marni, 1 hour without, 1 hour Marni, 1 hour without, 1 hour Marni. So you can potentially do up to 11 hours a day. But obviously that will require you to basically sleep for 1 hour every 2 hours. So yeah, let's be real. Grind 1 hour, 1 hour live school. So a thing to note about this is you don't have to wait a full hour. So if you are somebody that comes home and you have 2 hours to play BDO, you don't have to grind 1 hour Marni and then 1 hour without Marni. You can actually grind 1 hour Marni, do something for half an hour, and then by not being in Marni room for half an hour, you have a half an hour Marni room charged up. So if you only have 2 hours to play BDO, you can actually spend an hour and a half in Marni room. So you don't have to be out a full hour. If you spend 10 minutes out, you have 10 minutes charged up on Marni room. So you could do that as well. Half an hour with Marni and then take a break. You can recharge this half hour. Yes, I would assume so as well. Mischief. Yeah. It doesn't recharge when you're offline though. I don't see why it would not recharge when you're offline. You can go, but yeah, you can like, let's say you go and you do an hour grind and then you go and do half an hour of your questing or whatnot, maybe go do a boss and then you go back into Marni room. It is not available on Archer servers, no. You cannot use Marni on Archer servers. Never have and I don't think you ever will be able to. Okay. In addition, along with this reorganization, some changes have been made to the placement of monsters in the existing closed room. The overall balance and profit has been matched as closely as possible. And if there's any deficiencies, how to say the word? If there's any issues, we'll continue to improve together. Thank you. Okay. So what they mean by this is they have increased the spawn rate of mobs in the Marni rooms. So the Marni rooms are smaller in a lot of cases, but the mob spawns faster, so you can clear as if you were doing the big extended rotations. So reset, but basically that's just it's continuously charging. The time spent using Marni room is recharged while you're in the world after leaving it, up to 1 hour and 5 minutes. Even if the usage of 1 hour is not fully charged, you can re-enter and use the log room for charge time. So that's what I mean. If you're outside for 10 minutes, you can go back in for 10 minutes. Or if you're outside for half an hour, well, then you can go in for half an hour. You don't have to wait the full hour. Still no changes, Vegas. I think we might get something tomorrow or next week. That would be my expectations. It's like the only thing really missing right now is that the family potion. Tomorrow, global app patch notes, I think. Good chance. If not tomorrow, then maybe next week. But no official news, no. Does it matter what character you are? I don't think so, no. It's a family thing, right? So it's not like you can swap characters. Ooh. Well, I mean, it's not like right now you can log a tag character and then go into the Marni room again. The Marni room is sort of like a family resource, not a character resource. So I see no reason why you have to be on the same character. The Marni room is charged when a character in the family is connected, and it's not charged when connection is closed. Oh, okay, so you do have to be online. You don't have to be on your character, but you do have to be logged in, right? So if you do an hour's Marni realm and you log out of the game, then you log back in, then you have 0 Marni realm. You do have to be online to recharge that 1 hour. However, during regular maintenance, the battle time is fully charged to the max. Okay. It always gets reset at 6 a.m. Before change, resets every day at 6 a.m. After change, it is changed during connection. No, it does not. You are incorrect. Well, it does now, but it won't when they do this here, right? So that is incorrect. You have to be online for the hour, right? It only gets reset on maintenance. Setting character like doesn't count? No, I don't think so. The following 38 types of Marni secret room have been reorganized. Service optimization been carried out so that more adventurers can use Marni room smoothly. The location of each locked room and the range of the locked rooms have been adjusted. Some objects and animals that exist in the field do not appear in the Marni rooms. Okay, that's good. The reappearance times. Okay, this is huge, right? The reappearance time, basically the spawn time in the Marni room have been greatly reduced. That means they will spawn faster. On some cases it's the same, but a lot of the blind spots, the mobs will have a way faster spawn time. The reason for this is because the rotations are gonna be smaller, so you can't extend them because you're locked in the size of the Marni room. So they're increasing the spawn rate, so your kills per hour should remain roughly the same, even without being able to extend. Okay, so these places are revamped or added. Okay, Basim, Desert Naga, Fogans, Fadus, Gahaz Bandit, Crescent, Cauldry, Sia Ruins, Polyforest, Solar Cemetery Crab, Prodigy Cave, Centaurs, Cactum Wolves. So basically, every single one of the potion spots are added to Marni Realm. You can grind every single potion piece in Marni Realm now. And also added Centaurs. Shuriken Grave, Sulfur Mine, Killer Coup. So that's also the map pieces. Mansham Forest, Runnerus, Bramble Forest, that is Mirmurk Forest thingy, right? Mirmurk, is that the name of it? Kratuga, Arkman, Histria, Starsind, Underwater Sequoia, Jade Forest, Gyfin Rasia Temple, Lower Gyfin. You can grind Lower Gyfin in Marni Realm now. Great. This is Ash Forest. Ash Forest is added. Crypt of the Resting Thoughts is adding. Elvia's realms of Buraki, Swamp Fogan, Swamp Naga, Sonal Camp, Bloody Monastery, Orc Camp. You can already do Gyfin. Oh, okay, I didn't realize that. Rutum, Trolls, Hex Sanctuary. Wait, Giants and Trolls. So basically every single grind spot in the game. I think the only... Well, I don't even know if you can do... I guess you can't do Olens and like all the daycare spots. Okay, so here we go with the different spots and everything. Nice. Now here is the big one. The noble land, Ulukita. The new expansion, the new... I wouldn't say expansion. This is not an expansion, right? The new region. The new region is out in Korea today. Would you fucking believe it? It's already hitting live servers today. Okay, let's take a look at this. The new hunting ground, Noble Land, Ulukita has arrived. Ulukita is located in the southern part of Medaya, and has been implemented in the vast area of the unique colors of Medaya. Since the hunting grounds also use a wide area, we expect you'll be able to feel the battle while traversing the area, unlike the existing top-level hunting grounds. Pretty much all the current top-level hunting grounds, you more or less stand still. I would say, like, with the exception of Hex. That's only because people found out great ways to extend Hex. I think like Hex is also supposed to be run between like 2 packs or whatever, just like Trolls. You have like Trolls, you have all the daycare spots, and well, you have like the daycare spots of both Crypt and Ash Forest, right? But a lot of the in-game spots, you basically just stand in place now. Gyfin as well, etc., etc. So I think that they're trying to go back. Do you guys remember the good old days of, Desert Nagas and Fogans and also, of course, Sausage, right? Sausage. Never forget Sausage. Having a group like run the entire area. So I think that's what they're going for here. More running. This is fine. Pirates, right? Oh my god, yeah. Okay. It requires high attack and defense power as it is set as the best hunting ground in existence. But since we did not set too much gimmick or strategy, we prepare to fight without much stress. Okay, so with what I'm reading this as is it's not gonna have those boss spawns or those weird things where you just get one shot, or it's just high gear requirement. It doesn't spawn a Dark Knight to suddenly fuck you up out of nowhere and be aware of that. It doesn't keep you on your toes. It's just pew pew. It's a gear check grind spot, but yeah, that's about it. Pretty much like the old school spots. They started adding those gimmicks and it's old orcs? No, orcs had the gimmicks, right? I think with Elvia orcs is when they started adding gimmicks. Where now you need to kill these lanterns to weaken the area, and then a boss can spawn. That's like when they started adding gimmicks. This is gonna be, from what I'm reading it, more like pirates grinding, Sorsons grinding, where it's just the fucking mobs. You just kill the mobs, it is what it is. Arkman type, yeah, right, that stuff. That's the kind of stuff they're probably talking about. It's just, like, if you got the gear, you can grind there, and you can relax there. A lot of the new spots, it's very chill in the sense that you stand still and you blast, but you are always on your toes because all of a sudden some fucking Dark Knight spawns and he's like up your booty and floating you, and now you're fucking dead. So you have to still be aware and awake, and it's just annoying. So it seems like they're going OG with this one, which is nice. I like that they're going back and forth, different types of spots. A lot of us kind of missed this. This is also why I love Underwater Crier. This was why I think maybe this was actually why I never started grinding orcs. I tested it out, I did, it was crazy. It was never for me. I think it was because of those fucking gimmicks. Underwater Crier, I feel like, was the last grind spot before the gimmicks. Right? That's what, after Sakurai is when they started adding gimmicks. So that's cool. Maybe this is why I love Sakurai so much. So I'm super hyped about this. This is exciting for me. Okay. Prepare to fight without much stress. In addition, here you can get a new treasure items. Laffy's improved telescope, as well as Origin of Dark Hunger, which can be registered in the marketplace. In Ulukita of this update, 2 hunting grounds are added and 2 more are coming. In September, October, and the ASOS shoes, aka Fallen Guard boots, will be in those 2 spots. So today, in Korea, Tongred Ruins and City of the Dead. Since this is an area prepared as a hunting ground, there is no separate main quest. And 2 more hunting grounds will be added in September and October. This additional hunting ground will there we go, it's right here. Will include the ASOS shoes, the highest grade footwear, along with a dedicated story quest and direction worthy of the name Noble Land. We'll inform you later in details. Okay, so this right here is super important. This line right here. Since this is an area prepared as a hunting ground, there is no separate main quest line. I think we get this next week. There is no questing, there is no localization needed. Just like we've been getting the daycare releases 1 week after Korea. Korea gets this now. There's no real reason why we wouldn't get it next week. Now, it might be a week more delayed, but I think it's over 50-50 chance that we get it next week. However, the second part, with the 2 hunting grounds September, October, there will be a quest line, right? There will be a quest line. So maybe they will have time to localize that, and that is why it comes out in September, October. Not that it takes time for them to make it, but because they then factor in the localization in the release time. So I would say there's a very good chance that we also get this a week after Korea. Fingers crossed. One week, 2 weeks max. Agreed. That's what I think as well. Kopich, 100%. But we'll find out, man. We'll find out. So content? Yeah, it's crazy, dude. They should let us recharge Lantern with Kefras, to be honest. They're already melting. I fully agree with that, Mutz. Yeah, I actually think we talked about that, was it like 1 or 2 streams ago? It was probably 2 streams ago, because the last stream was kind of filled with something else. Yeah, I think it was like 2 streams ago we talked about that specific thing. About giving a new usage to Kefras. Because they are, like, they're kind of with a lot of things now. You can see that's like 2 million sitting on Korea, right? So that would be a great way of doing it. Okay, let's see here. Since Ulukita is currently the top hunting ground in Black Desert, the entire area will be changed to Lawless Zone in the future. It won't be at launch. The Lawless Zone is the bandit zone existing in the Valencia hunting ground. Now, if you guys don't know what the bandit debuff is, it's this. If you flag up and kill somebody in Valencia, you lose karma, and you get, for, I want to say, 15 minutes or half an hour, you get a debuff called the bandit debuff, the Lawless debuff. Now, what happens is, as long as you have the bandit debuff, and I think if you turn red karma, you have it up all the time. 30 minutes, right? You do not lose crystals if you die. There is no death penalty to dying and being killed in the Lawless Zone if you're a bandit. So if you're a negative karma player and you die with the bandit debuff in the bandit zone, you do not lose crystals or XP. However, you get sent to jail. Also, if you just kill somebody one time, you get the bandit debuff for half an hour. And if they res up and kill you, you get sent to jail as well. Now, jail, currently, it will be a different jail, they said. It's a place where you need to complete one of two quests. Either you do some mining stuff, it takes like 10-15 minutes or whatever of you just like mining some ores. Or you have to escape from there. It probably takes like 5 to 10 minutes to do it if you know the route. And then you have to run back. Asha is the only exception, right? Asha is the only exception, yes. You do not get sent to jail in Asha. You also don't lose karma in Asha. Yeah. So the TLDR is, if you are bandit and you die, you get sent to jail and you have to spend time getting out of jail. So you get like a time penalty. So it's a great way of actually having open world PvP. And why I like this for the endgame spots is very simple. The biggest issue with open world PvP is that it can be used to grieve and just run over lower gear players. Newer players and you can just gear check them. You can go in with your 700 gear score and you can just farm some 600 gear score Chavala Timmy all day, every day, right? He can't really do anything. However, with this penalty here, if you're looking for this open world PvP, you want to go in, well, it's in a zone that's in-game. So you're not going to gear check any people here. Like the people you go and flag up on and fight, if you want to be red or whatever, well, they're in-game geared. So they would be able to fight you more or less on equal footing. So you're not going to be griefing lower gear players or newer players if you want to go and do it here. That's why I think it's really cool they're adding it to this in-game spot. And Valencia, when it came out with this debuff, was the in-game spot. It's not anymore, right? So they're also going to remove it from the regular Valencia spot. They're never going to release that, LJ. Okay, in the previous Valencia area, when you died in the bandit state, you were accommodated in a dungeon called the Road Sulfur Mine. But in Ulukita, you will be accommodated in a dungeon built in this area. This dungeon is very wide, unlike the Sulfur Mine, and a little more scary. Ooh. Please refer to it. Please be afraid of it, I guess. Unlike the existing Lawless Zone, the Ulukita Hunting Ground can use Marni's secret room, so adventurers can choose to continue playing. There you go. New hunting grounds is Master Doctor Sniper. Oh, so hunting grounds in Korea means grind spot, Choro. It's a grind spot. The Korean, they just refer to that as hunting grounds. And yeah, it's confusing because we call it grind spots and then hunting is a life skill. That's not this is grind spots. Lawless Zones will not be patched together right away. We'll inform you again in the future when updates ready. People will change to Lawless Zone. The season Desert Arrow will be released from Lawless, right? So when/if they make the new zone the bandit zone, they will remove it from the Valencia spot. Got some images here. Noble Lands, we saw those before. So we have the new grinding spots, City of the Dead and Trunkred Ruins. They have been added. So City of the Dead, we got here. This place is recommended 310 AP and 380 DP. Monsters in City of the Dead. City of the Dead. Monsters in City of the Dead are knocked down when a simple gimmick is successful. Also, there are some gimmicks. Among the group of monsters, there is a message of Black Sands Guide. Timuran leading them. If this message performs a specific action and uses CC, regardless of type, skill, all monsters will fall. Okay, so you can pretty much just do that automatically. A lot of abilities have PvE CC, so it's just gonna happen. At this time, Ulukita's Essence buff can be applied and monsters can be defeated more easily. The key is to use the situation to wipe out the monsters quickly. You could actually CC monsters back in the old days as well. You could get them on the ground, do down attacks and everything. So It's actually like this feels like going back to pirates and Source and style grinding. Okay, this is Tongue Great Ruins here. So Tongue Great Ruins is recommended 320 AP. Ooh. Open Twitch and haven't found your stream at first. Realized that my morning is ruined, but seconds later it popped up. Okay, stream. Thank you so much, Geno. Don't forget to follow the stream, guys. So even if you don't see it on the directory, you can see me in the side. So hit the follow if you haven't already. And good morning, Geno. Exploding Pillars to start them, but it's a mob. Yeah, something like that. Okay, and then recommended DP 410. So this is obviously quite a big step up from this, right? I only have 316, but that is with Nags. So you'll probably be okay. I hope I'm okay. It's because it's a bit cold, so I put on a shirt. The hunting in the Tongue Great Ruins is also similar to City of the Dead. Among the monsters, there's a Tongue Great guide mixed in. If you attack and explode this guide first, you receive the essence of Ulukita effect. And at this time, all nearby monsters are stunned and the defensive decreased. In this situation, sweeping quickly is the key. Okay, so it's like a mob in every pull that once you're killed, you can blast the other ones as well. Okay. Are you guys ready for the items? Are you guys ready for the items? Origin of Dark Hunger has been added. You can obtain the essence, the Origin of Dark Hunger and the essence of the hunger at the hunting grounds. You need 4 pity pieces to make one of the origins. The max upper integral exchange is 3 billion each. And I think that's probably a fun price. We actually looked at it, and some of those fail stacks. It was actually we got around 4 to 5 billion silver would probably been okay as well. You also have to remember that you want them to be available on the marketplace over time, right? They're not going to be on the marketplace for a while. People are going to keep them most likely, but then slowly they'll start hitting the marketplace. And also means that when people start going for their pin debos or whatnot, it's going to be a lot faster and easier to get a 300 stack than it is now. So this is interesting. Okay, you can see the stacks here. Next up is the Quandir Fragment. Quandir Fragment. So this is a new item we haven't heard about before. Completely new item being added to it. This is the first we've seen or heard about this item. The Quandir Fragments can be obtained from hunting grounds in Ulukita. The fragments found in Ulukita is a material item that can enhance the power of AARK crystals. The upgraded AARK crystals crafted from the fragments is an item that can be sold in the central market. Where to get it? In the new hunting grounds. Where to use it? To make this delivered AARK crystal. The max price of this item is 1 billion silver. 1 billion silver for the new AARK crystals max price. Now, how do you make it? First off, what is it? Let's cover that first. It is 20 accuracy and 10 resistance. So it's an AARK crystal with 8 more accuracy. That means if you run 2 of these, it's 16 more accuracy. That's it. So it's potentially 2 billion silver for 16 more accuracy. That's a steal. And that's assuming they go max price, right? So, well, you won't use this in PvE Agris. This is like a PvP crystal. I mean, you would at some places like Crypt. You would definitely use them there, but... They say it's on build, but in care it's sitting on 100. Yeah, it's like the max price. They're not saying the price is that. It says the max price is. Now, how do you make it? You need one of these fragments that you get. Then you need 50 magical fragments. Those are the ones you get from hitting black metal crystals. Then you need 2 AARK crystals and 100 magical light stones. So they're pretty easy to make. AARK crystals, I'm glad that it's at least not one. So, yep, great, easy peasy, nice addition. It's going to be very easy. I don't think there's going to be a billion silver with these requirements, unless this is like extremely rare. Extremely rare, which I don't think it will be. Okay, so this is super lit. I think it's great. Then you have the treasure item. As the Ulukita region where ancient weapons, dark forces, and outlaws exist is revealed, ancient language interpreter and alchemist Laffy Bedmountain is trying to create a new invention using parts found there. Blah, blah, blah. It is said that the key ingredients of the invented research is largely outlaws may encounter, whatever. So you have 3 pieces here. Piece 1, 2, and 3. And you need these 2 items to make it. So all 3. Okay. Somewhere in the region, scholar Ulukita is said to have already unearthed several types of one of the components that Laffy is studying. The scholar is conducting research on the improved compass, and if you hand over 3 of the specific compass parts below, he will exchange them for one of the pieces. So this piece here, you can get by turning in 3 vodka compass pieces. That means you only need the 2 other pieces. And I would assume that one piece drops at one spot, at Tongred, and then the other one drops at the other place, right? Makes sense. Okay, so there we go. You turn in 3 of these, and you get the telescope part here. Notes on the compass. Sorry, the telescope. The telescope will teleport the user to the location of the connected party or guild member. So it teleports you to somebody else. When moving to the location of a party member or guild member, move after a certain amount of time, 10 hours cooldown, as I suspected. No surprise there. Cannot be used during Node War or Siege. Cannot be used in RBF or in prison. It cannot be used when you are on a vehicle like a horse or camel or tank. Applies only to party or guild members who are connected on the same server. So you can't do it on people that are on different servers. Cannot be used if the character mount you're riding is carrying trade items. Okay, so that's about it. Oh, we got a map here. So we got some nodes. We got the 2 new grind spots. Huge area, by the way. Pretty damn big area. Also, I would assume that Medaya Castle will get drop rate buff here. Right? It makes sense. I assume this is part of Medaya. That should be the Medaya icon. So I'm guessing they would get the 50% drop rate of controlling Medaya Castle. In the future, this should be September, October. We should get this part down here, where there will be the 2 next grind spots. And the only thing we know about those is that you will be able to get the Folding Guard boots from those 2 grind spots. Or one of those 2, down in that area at least. Please pay attention to the story quest dedicated to Ader Shoes and the Noble Land that will come along with 2 additional hunting grounds to be found in the new region. Oh, nice. Pretty fucking huge. I am so surprised in a good way that we're getting... No, this is not the Hassassin region. Hassassin region is north of Valencia. Man, we got some events here. I am shaking right now. My liver can't take it away. Should I keep it or steal it? What the hell? Okay. Ooh, drop rate increase, boys. So this is Korea. We don't always get the same events as Korea, but they are looking to get a 50% drop rate event today, right? Going forward for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Tagging event on Korea, 1 fuel tag. I would be surprised if we don't get the same. If we get it next week, I would assume we get tagging event plus drop rate event as well. The heat is getting hotter. EXP event as well. Another attraction weekly quest, so you can get double up. That's in Korea. We don't know if you're getting this, but I would say so. If you win Solar Window, you will receive a generous reward. Oh my god. So I guess they... I know, right, Armin? I can't, bro. I fucking can't. I can't, man. Jesus. Access rods in August as the main items obtained as lock-in. So you get seals, 70 stack, choice. That's what we have already, right? Oh, this is from last week. This is from last week. Yeah, it's just, oh my god, just make actual rewards to it. Now let me close this. Let's look at what else is there. There's actually more things in this patch note. Additional improvements. We get the bug fixes for classes. It's basically nothing. Yeah, just like some bug fixes. They are also getting the Crocdalo treasure item. So Korea today got the new Crocdalo item for the T10 horses. A Dream horse exclusive item. That's the mythical T10. A T10 horse exclusive treasure item. The Crocdalo stable has been added. Now adventurers who own all 3 mythical horses can conveniently board the mythical horse according to the situation in line with their devotion. Right, so basically you can have all of them available at once. Through this Crocdalo stable, I hope that many adventurers who are interested in horses will also have a new goal in Black Desert. The Crocdalo stable. Shut up, Laco. We might succeed next click. Don't do me like that, bro. Maybe we succeed next time. Blah 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 blah. You can use it. Fall into dream, become dream horse. Yeah. How to get it? You show all the 3 T10 horses to Mirandola, and then you get it. You get an exclusive title, Heavenly Demon Guide. What? That's gotta be a mistranslation. That is way too cool. That is way too fucking cool to be real. That has to be like mistranslation. That is way too badass. Heavenly Demon Guide. And it looks like it to be a gold title as well, as you can see here. It's a goldish title. Damn. Congrats on the header. That's lit. Okay, so how to use it. If you click the horse icon on the top left of the screen as a character who owns the Crocdalo nest, you can entrust one of each of the horses that you took out through the UI. If you take out the entrusted mythical horse at any time during a standby operation, you can replace it with another horse of your choice. Okay, so you need the item in your inventory. This is where I want to find out how this works. If I have this item on, say, my life skiller, does my life skiller then have all my horses? Or do I still have my horses I can put on another character? Can I just put this item on a different character and now all 3 horses are available on that character? Okay, so you cannot leave the Crocdalo. You cannot leave the Crocdalo stable in the storage after 5. Oh, you have to put them in. Okay, so I think this is what they're saying. You can't have a horse out. You have to put your horses into the stable again before you can put it into the storage for another character. So you can't leave one of your horses out for yourself, right? And then move the 2 others over. That's what they're saying here. The T10 horses cannot be found in arena or anything where you can't get them. Makes sense. Dream horses that have stored as trade items cannot be deposited in it. So you can't put trade items into it. Makes sense. It's very straightforward. Exactly as you would imagine it. And some lore, yabba yabba yabba. Nobody cares. They're also adding the opening of the bags. So this here is huge. 1,000, and you can choose how many you want to open in one go. That is just lit. Love to see it. Love to see it. The icon of the Debo earring has changed, so now it's blue, glowy like the other ones. Golden ingots have changed the following. Nobody cares. Water place event extension. Pool and have fun in the water. So it is extended until August 23rd. Okay, so 2 weeks extension. That's about it. They have removed one of the Arena Solar maps. They actually, first they removed the bamboo map because that sucked ass and was crashing and lagging and everything. Then they now have removed not just that, but they have swapped in the Olin's map. They removed the map in the courtyard where people stand on the roofs. Terrible fucking map. It's such a bad map. It's such a bad map. So they removed that, thank the lords, and they are adding in the universally agreed upon best map, the Olin's map. The OG Olin's map, universally agreed upon to be the most straightforward, well-designed, easy peasy. No, not too much bullshit. Oh yeah, that's removed like two weeks ago, Appella. I think it's like 2 weeks ago they removed the bamboo map. Monstrous. Improved loot acquisition in some hunting grounds trash loot. The number of miscellaneous trash loots obtained from the following hunting grounds has been adjusted. Now, I don't want to toot my own horn too much, but I kind of call this. It's almost like PA is aware of the changes that they are coming and doing, and increasing inflation, and silver per hour people make. So it's not like the Crunchstone change is going to be so fucking huge or disastrous as people make it out to be. Right? Elvia Camp, Rutum. The number of junk items that can be obtained when defeating the monsters have changed from 1 to 3 to 2 to 5. I should do a quick note and point out going from 1 to 2 is huge, because that means that if you use blue loot scroll, the worst part will always be affected, right? So here, whenever you are going 1, 2, or 3 trash, if you use a blue loot scroll, you don't get a trash increase if you roll 1. You get a trash increase if you roll 2, but you don't get a trash increase other than the 2, right? So you're basically missing out on 2 trash increases. That's a third of the rolls. Well, I know number 3 gets like 1 trash increase, but it should get 2, right? So by making it 2, 3, 4, and 5, well, now if you roll the lowest 2, you get a trash increase with a blue loot scroll. You get 1 more trash. You get 1 more trash on the 3. You get 2 more trash on the 2 and 2 more on the 5. So 2 of them will increase it instead of 1 of the third. Now it's 50-50. And then of course you still get benefit from the previous increases on the other 2. This is actually a buff to blue loot scroll usage as well, which is great. But then of course you get even more if you use yellow, right? Giant base, again from 1 to 2 to 3 to 5. Huge fucking buff. That is a huge buff. That is an insanely big buff. That is crazy, dude. Absolutely crazy increase. Next up, so Rutum and Giant Base, humongous trash increases. Quint Hill, 1 to 3 to 2 to 5. This is crazy, dude. This is crazy. This is going to bring it in line with like the silver per hour from almost double. Yeah, almost double. Almost double. The number of trash that can be looted from the Slayers have been changed 1 to 2 to 2 to 4. The spares have been also 1 to 2 to 2 to 4. And the junk items when defeating the vaccine tubes or the border guards or the destroyers. Dude, you can't make this shit up. Yep. So whenever you're fighting the vaccine tubes and border guards in Gaifen, whenever you're fighting that, it goes from 1 to 3 to 3 to 5. So that is a 50% increase, right? Yeah. Gaifen, like, double up. 100% trash increase and 50% trash increase on the vaccine tube and border guards. Olens is getting from 1 to 1.2. It's on the career Black Desert here. Health changes according to the density of location where Garmoth and Babybel appear. So they're just changing the HP. Has increased by 3 times compared to before. The maximum health has been improved, so they've fallen 3 times greatly depending on density of adventurers. Same with Babybel. It's gonna die faster, I guess. Babybel does not share life on all servers, so the more people there, the more health it has. The less people there, the less health it has. Wizard's Way, 30 minutes, so yeah. Fixed issue where adventurers was slightly pushed back when Spooky appeared to the adventure. That's the guy. Okay, so if you guys don't know what Spooky is the mob that will spawn if you're standing still for too long at a grind spot. So this is the anti-macro, the anti-bot, the anti-pillar mechanic, where if you're just standing still, you're holding down keys for too long, this mob will spawn and it will just one-shot you. You will die. So it's if you move around and you fight and you play and you have different key presses, it won't spawn. So this is like the anti-AFK grind. No more chillers. No more holding down 3 buttons on Sock Guardian chilling. That's correct. Fixed issue where embracing Chaos. The Tor Amulet did not disappear after a certain amount of time after switching from combat mode to non-combat mode. That's also if you hold the key longer for 1 minute, it no longer works. Oh, I didn't even realize that does. Okay, that's kind of interesting. So yeah, more of that anti-macro stuff. Did we get this? I don't think we did, no. I don't think we did. The movement path have been improved so you can move from specific locations on camp automatically while riding a horse. Doing the quest, attraction, something, something. Okay, so they're also adding here, shortcut, find my items, Control F. The Control F key has been added and is often used to find something. So they've incorporated Control F into find my items function. Control F, searchable, we love to see it. Control F, escape, convenience, trying to find my items. Search is great. Improve the ability to find nearby NPCs. Finding nearby NPCs. So basically what this is you don't have to find the NPC in the game before you can search for him. So when you come to a new city, you can just go to the NPC and you don't actually have to worry about like discovering them. So you can find your blacksmith, your horse, stable, and all that stuff. Really, really, really nice. And then they're adding an enhancing guide to the game. They're putting us out of our jobs. They took our jobs. Okay. For new adventurers, when using the Black Spirit enhancement upgrade function, you can check how to enhance in the bottom right side of the UI. Boop. In the enhancing guide, you can check the basics of Black Desert enhancement step by step. Thanks for the dear. I'll make sure to take it. God damn it, Armin. Finders keepers, it's mine. You can't take it. And then they just show like the basics of it, and then some explanations. You see, there's like 5 pages. So they're gonna explain like the fail stacking and everything. I'll probably legitimately make a guide on the guide. Patch is huge. It's giant. Fix the Dikia Lantern spot summoning position. Tag has been added to the Honey Ground UI so you can check where the spots are. I don't know about you guys, but I spent a lot of time yesterday finding these fucking pillars. I spent way too long even finding these damn pillars. Trying to look at the map and finding all. So they're adding it in here so you can just click it and it will show you where the pillars are. So that's nice. A function has been added so the back category sorting function can be used in the gamepad. The order of the servant boss has been changed so it fits it. In other words, they moved the snake boss. Node wars and sieges. Condition for returning the opportunity to participate in node wars. conditions for going into Node Wars have changed. Before the change, the guild or alliance of the adventurers who participated destroyed the fort, returned if total number of kills death of the guilds participating in war was 100 or more. Okay, so you either had to basically to count as being participating, you had to kill a base or have a total of 100 kills and deaths combined. Now they're changing it to within 10 minutes of the start of the war, the guild fortress is not destroyed. So if your base is alive after 10 minutes, you count as having participated. The adventurers who participated destroyed an enemy base or obtained 100 kills of death or more. Okay, so it seems like as long as you stay alive for 10 minutes, you count as being participant in the war. Even if you don't get 100 kills or deaths or whatever. As long as your base is not destroyed within the first 10 minutes, you don't count as a stick. Blah, 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 blah. There we go.